Hello and welcome to Bread of Life, a daily devotional program which each week features a different area pastor. Our speaker for this week is Pastor Christian Cuthbert of Rockville.
Welcome to the fourth devotional in our travel guide for exiles, a look at the book of Daniel. Ever since I was a child, I have been captivated by the story of King Tut. In fact, not even King Tut himself, but the story of how Howard Carter found him. 100 years ago this year, in 1922, as Carter was digging through the Valley of the Kings in his last couple weeks, his water boy came with 2 large ceramic jugs of water. As the water boy cleared a space to place the jugs, he discovered a stone step that led down to an undiscovered tomb. Carter stopped the excavation and telegraphed his patron, Lord Carnarvon at Highclere Castle, known better today as Downton Abbey, to come for the opening of the tomb. When Carnarvon arrived, they cracked open the top of the tomb door and Carter put his candle through the opening. Carnarvon asked, "Do you see anything?" To which Carter responded, "Yes, wonderful things." For the next 10 years, this team pulled out hundreds of shiny gold objects that caught the world's imagination. We are all drawn to the bright and shiny things of this world, and that is true in biblical interpretation as well. We've been skipping through the book of Daniel to explore how he lived a faithful life in a pagan society. And the main reason Daniel could live faithfully was because his God was different than the Babylonians. As we've discussed the past couple days, Daniel's God is sovereign over nature, he is sovereign over history, and today we will discuss how God is sovereign over the future as well. When many people turn to the book of Daniel, they look at its bright and shiny aspects, its prophecy. And there's a time and a place for that, but not in this devotional. Instead, we're going to briefly touch on Daniel chapters 10 through 12, not to understand its prophecy, but to understand the God who gave that prophecy. Daniel chapter 10 is a story of the end of Daniel's life. He prayed that his people could return to their homes and end the exile. And God granted that prayer, but Daniel would not be a part of it. Instead, God sent an angel to give him a vision of the future. But that vision is not actually recorded for us. The text simply tells us that Daniel was overcome with anguish and very weak because of the vision. In Daniel chapter 11, this angel opened up something called the Book of Truth and read what is to happen to Israel in the near future. This account of the king of the north and the king of the south gave an amazingly specific description of what happened between the Seleucid and Ptolemaic kingdoms after Alexander the Great. Daniel 12 turns from the near future to the distant future with a description of the resurrection and final judgment. The point the angel was trying to make to an old man disappointed he will never see his home again, to an old man disturbed at the vision he was given, was to demonstrate that God is working all things towards what the angel said was their appointed end. The God Daniel served faithfully, who controls nature, who changed the heart of Nebuchadnezzar, who gave miraculous dream interpretations, was in control of both the past and the future. Tomorrow we will continue our travel guide for exiles, not by looking at God, but looking at Daniel's response to the world in which he lived.
You've been listening to Christian Cuthbert of Rockville, and this has been Bread of Life, a program to encourage you from God's Word.